Dmitri Ivanovich Mendeleev was born on 8 February, 1834 in the Russian province of Siberia. His family was unusually large. He had 16 brothers and sisters. Aged 16, he moved to St. Petersburg, which was then Russia's capital city. He won a place at his father's old college, where he trained to be a teacher.
Mendeleev had trained as both a teacher and an academic chemist. He spent time doing both before he won an award to go to Western Europe to pursue chemical research.
Mr. Brown, tell us more about the periodic table. It would be interesting for us.
The periodic table is a tabular arrangement of the chemical elements, ordered by their atomic number, number of protons, electron configurations and recurring chemical properties.
M.R. Brown, I know that Mendeleev published the first widely recognized periodic table in 1869.
He developed this table to illustrate periodic trends in the properties of the then-known elements. Mendeleev also predicted some properties of then-unknown elements. At the heart of the chemistry were its elements. What, wondered Mendeleev, could they reveal to him if he could find some way of organizing them logically?
Wow. That's interesting. Tell me more, please.
He wrote the names of the 65 known elements on cards, much like playing cards, one element on each card. He then wrote the fundamental properties of every element on its own card.
He saw that atomic weight was important in some way. The behavior of the elements seemed to repeat as their atomic weights increased, but he could not see the pattern.
Convinced that he was close to discovering something significant, Mendeleev moved the cards about for hour after hour until finally he fell asleep at his desk.
When he awoke, he found that his subconscious mind had done his work for him. He now knew the pattern the elements followed.
He was born in Russia in 1834. Hard work as a youth opened up the college doors. He always tried to be the best that he could be, and chose to make his mark in chemistry. And who told the elements where to go? Mendeleev, who put them in columns and in rows. Mendeleev, who was ready, who was able to make a periodic table. Who was that chemist? Mendeleev. He wondered if nature really had a master plan, if the elements had a pattern that one could understand. So he bought a bunch of cards, and on each one wrote the name of an element and its weight, and then he played the game. He put them all in order by their atomic weights. He used their chemical properties to differentiate. Groups began to form, and despite some question marks, he managed to produce a simple periodic chart. Who told the elements where to go? Mendeleev, who put them in columns and in rows. Mendeleev, who was ready, who was able to make a periodic table. Who was that chemist? Mendeleev. At first in 1869 the chart was not a hit, but that young Russian chemist was not the kind to quit. He revised atomic weights and staked his whole career, predicting that several new elements would appear. A few years passed and sure enough they came. Gallium, scandium, germanium were their names. Chemists everywhere were impressed with what they saw. There really must be something to this periodic law. And who told the elements where to go? Mendeleev, who put them in columns and in rows. Mendeleev!